Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 5, Episode 119 with me, Sid. And I ran out of aluminium. I'm back over at the aluminium mine, which appears to have one or two friendly fellas in there, judging by the mini-map over that way, I'm guessing. So yeah, I need to fill up this. Now, it was suggested in the comments that I could actually put a barrel in there filled with vessels, so I could actually have 27 barrels, each with 12, so 120, 240, 240, yeah, I've got 300 vessels, which obviously would be 4 times the quantity. Yeah, I could. It will work. Or I could just have like 9 barrels and then space for a lot of other materials. So yeah, we're over here. We're going to we're geared up for a little bit of a stay over, and then we're going to go down. I'm going to grab a whole load of the bauxite from in here and go back and get the oil derrick tower completed, and world will be good and happy, I'm sure. So I will see you after a little bit of a mining sesh. Back in a bit. Alright, it's sometime later. It's definitely sometime later. I've been mining, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 hours. Maybe a couple of hours. It's difficult to tell because I don't do this in like one solid shot. But there is still loads of this stuff here. I could probably do another hour or 2 if I wanted. Carried on down there. We got it off down. It's everywhere. It is not a rare ore once you find a decent vein like this. So yeah, this place is pretty well lit up. It's certainly not spawn proof, and when I come back there will probably be some inhabitants if I ever have to come back here, but we're leaving it marked on the map and we are going home. Because we're going to smelt all of this ore. Now I will be honest, if you recall, of course I'll be honest, if you recall, I did look at coming up to here to a surface bauxite or vein. Yeah, not very good at all, so that's gone. And I did also, between episodes, go over to that one, and that was mainly poor, so again I didn't hang around for that. And I didn't go anywhere else for bauxite. I know I've probably got more discovered, but I'm guessing I haven't. Pardon me. I haven't marked it because I get. Oh, there's a bauxite surface there. Missed that one. So I probably marked a few, but it seemed quite common, and I thought I'd marked more on the map than I had. Clearly I hadn't, obviously. So there is 11 ingots worth of bauxite already in the box, and in here we have got all of those are full, and all of these have got something in them. A couple have got some of the smooth stone that I've been chiseling, but you know, that's just how this stuff goes, isn't it? And that needs to go back in there along with that. I'll keep that out for the time being. So next thing, process, and yeah, that's going to take a hot minute, so let me get this going and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, aluminium's all processed. We got a bit. Next step, we need to make the scaffold to finish this off. So as you can see at the moment, I've got, I think if you can see 3 of the legs. 4th leg is all the way up. I've run out there and we need to do that, and I also do need to push these down to the bottom. I've got a plan for that. So we probably want another 64 at the bare minimum, but we have got plenty of aluminium, over 200 ingots I think off the top of my head it was. So yeah, well worthwhile. And the next job, of course, is to do the setup on the machine. So we'll get that going. And we're going to start off with the metal press, and I'm going to need to make quite a bit of this stuff. So I'm just going to I'll take those remaining 3. I am going to take 32, 33 items, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we made a load, we put the stuff in and yada yada, we have a thing, but I want to, I want to put the legs going down into the water, and as I said before, I don't really fancy doing the foot going in the thing, so I want to check. Oh, it does, perfect, that's fine. Right. So what my plan is, my cunning plan, have I got a lever anywhere? I know I have a button. A button should do. Yeah, a button will do the trick. So what I'm going to do is just use the same technique I use when I do skyblock for getting sending it downwards when I can't easily go downwards. Well, I mean, skyblock you can easily go downwards, but you can't. I'm going to stick it in there, I think. I think this will work. Let's just try it. Bit of that magic going on. A little bit of Bhutan magic there, and then we just push this down. Now, whether I'll have enough scaffold is another question. But the other thing, of course, this will only go 12, is it? 12, 13 off the top of my head. So we must be getting close. There we go, yeah. Okay, we've either reached the limit or things, but we've now got don't go in the oil. That was very nearly unfortunate. So that gives us that. We've obviously got this right. I need to definitely rationalize the climb up, I think. I don't know, have we got any other industrially style ladders? We've got Tinker's Construct ladder with stone tool rods that look kind of industrially. We have got ladder facades. We've got a rope ladder from Open Blocks, which really isn't what I'm looking for. I mean, these are ladders. We don't actually need to do this, but yeah, you can definitely have a look down there to the bottom. Right, so I'm just going to repeat this process on here. On these 4 legs, or 3 legs actually now, but you know what I mean. Oh damn it! I missed my rotation. There we go. And yeah, I will see you again in a moment. All right, as is typical, I ran out with one, and we ran out. So just made another 6. I actually needed 4 for the top anyway. And we should be good to come here and go bloop. No, don't you dare, thank you. Bloop. And we can pop, let's grab that. It's not waste, not want, not a. Not worried about the great wood planks, they're hardly a concern, but we need to get up and then get up here again. Now the issue I have got up here, and I was actually just gonna, oh, I didn't want to do that though, did I? I got it anyway, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want these on this setting, is, oh, bum. Is I'm not sure, you can't see, I'm not sure whether you can, I mean obviously this is lit, but you can't see, I don't even know whether these are spawnable. But they're not lit and it's very dark. So I'd like to light this area up a little bit. and there is immersive engineering. Actually has a setting, so we can do that. I've got these as a potential for a little bit of work around the edge just to decorate, because at the moment it's just a couple of rectangles of scaffolding stuck on top of each other. But eventually it's going to have a pump on the top and all the other good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some immersive engineering lanterns. So for that we're just going to need some wrought iron plates, and now I need, I think, 8. So that's going to be 16 wrought iron, but that shouldn't be a issue. I have quite a reasonable amount of wrought iron there, look. And then it's going to be 32 plus another 16 ingots. Damn you, too bloody expensive. And then we need the glass as well and the glowstone, but that shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to have to do the same again. We're going to have to, well, we don't need to do that step because it will work with anything, but we are going to need to weld 16 of those. I'm going to go and grab some glass and some glowstone. That's what I was looking for, and I shall be back in a second. Yeah, I think it was definitely, I want 8 lamps, so I need 8 things, and I've in my own head I've multiplied everything up by 16, which is actually incorrect. We need to do 8 of those. I know I could have done that a lot more efficiently, but yeah, what are you going to do? Right, 8 lanterns, that's a start. Let's go and just put this lot away. Where are we? Miscellaneous blocks, they go in there. Glowstone goes in there. And iron goes away in its respective places. And then we can get our light up there, and then we can actually start to work on. Ooh, not good. I did not realise that that was not lit. Let me. Oh, no, you don't want to go there? That's fine, you can go there. I'll live. That must mean that the whatever block I used the carpenter's block on, because I know one of at least one of somewhere around here there should be. No? Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I mean, it should be safe from spawn anyway, because you know this is our home base area, and it should get its spawn safety thing going on. But let's try this on. So let's just have a little fertile up here, and what I'm thinking is that we shall come out just on the edges like that, and then we'll put the lanterns on that, just so they are set away from the actual blocks, but still look suitably industrial, hopefully anyway. I'm not going to totally obsess with these being absolutely industrial, you know, looking, but it certainly won't help. So it won't hurt, I should say. Getting myself in the right direction. Hurt, help. Yeah, there's a definite one to get your thing before someone shouts help, help, and you go and kick them. Yeah, enough said about that, the better. Right, so we've got that. Now we need to start to think about pumps. Pumps and pumping. So we're going to come down here. It's obviously very dark down there, but that's fine because we've got the light on it now, which is lovely. Right, we'll go and eat and sleep and eat and do the stuff, and I will start. I think the next thing we're going to need to make is pump. We're going to need Blue steel bucket for that, but I think we can do that one quite easily. Blue steel bucket is just a steel sheet, which that's the only way of getting that, but I think we can get the blue steel sheet with our press, so that should all be good. And yeah, I will see you in the morning when I've got the bits together. Alright, we've got everything we need to hand, so first things first, we've definitely got the blue steel thing there. Let's chuck the 2 pieces of blue steel in, make a hoofer, and chuck those in again. And that will make us the blue steel plate, which of course we can make into a helmet or boots or a bucket. So bucket's where we're going to go, but that's going to need the forge, so we'll come back to that. Now we're going to need a steel gear. So I'm going to take the blue beastie out there, we're going to put that back in there, and we're going to drop 4 ingots of steel in there. And there we go, 1 steel gear. We are going to need 2 Buildcraft tanks, and we're going to need just the 4 iron for that. So the last thing we need to do is get in the forge, heat up that blue steel sheet and make a bucket, and the world will be a better place for it. You thought I was going to say good and happy, didn't you? I was, but I thought let's try something different. Yeah, so now we've got to wait for that to heat up. So again, I'll be back in a little while. Alright, we have the bucket. I'm just going to, if I can get myself back into the game, and we'll just drop off that bit of graphite powder we used to block the anvil when we were doing the welding. So, armed with all of that, and I've just wanted to get away from the noise, I believe that's correct, yeah, 1 of them, a bit of that, and then that, and that. Wrought iron, steel gear, Buildcraft tanks, wrought iron, steel gear, redstone, blue steel bucket. Well, isn't that a bummer? Right, let me just, so we've got all the items. 4 wrought iron. 4 wrought iron. I mean, 4 wrought iron, redstone, tiny and light, yes. Gear, steel, medium, large. Tanks, blue steel bucket, empty. Alright. Time to cheat it in. I'm gonna guess that for some reason that is pump. And then we shall ditch you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And game mode S. Right. The reason, if for any reason that recipe has been disabled, it should not appear in any eye, because you can't actually second guess whether it's been disabled or not from that. If you look in any eye and you go and make all those materials, then you know that's just a dick move. And you know, you want the Buildcraft pump. I want a Buildcraft pump. I've got the Buildcraft pump. It's there. It's got no juice in it at the moment. So we got a couple of options at this stage. One is that we put a windmill or something in to power it, which again we can do. We have got the juice, and you know, we could make that. The other way, which is to use the redstone engines, which also works, and to be fair, they work pretty well in my experience. They're not fast or anything, but again, I'm not getting obsessed with the speed of the things that we're doing, because we spend so much time pottering around the base that we get, you know, the things happen anyway. Efficiency in industrialized builds is largely an issue where we've got one thing that runs very fast and other things that run very slow. But you know, as we've already seen, we can stick 4 water wheels on an excavator and it will do the job. It's not fast, but given the number of days that have gone since, in Minecraft terms, since we started doing this, in fact we should go over and check on that, just see how well it's actually doing. Lovely. It's not a big issue. Yeah, I'm not wanting to set it running and then be able to, you know, in 2 Minecraft days generate 50 stacks of iron. That's not the premise behind this style of play. I'm just going to deal with hey, Chucklehead. Bye bye. Do I need his experience? Not really. But I always get wary of creepers about the place, especially, as I say, when you've got expensive bits of hardware chugging away in the background. You know, your last thing you want is for this to blow up. But it's working. And look, I mean, it's done bad. I want to double check what I can actually do with sulfur. So we can grind it down into sulfur, and sulfur goes with kaolinite, graphite and chalk to make vulcanizing agents, or charcoal, sulfur and saltpeter, which we need saltpeter from, but we can make it opens up a possibility, doesn't it, of making a powder barrel at some point. But that is, you know, not a bad yield for something which is running so slowly. I should actually process that up at some point, but we need to push on with this. So I think we're going to go with some redstone engines, because that's just different to the other thing. They get more efficient over time as well, and they're not that expensive. We're going to need some gears of either copper, bronze gears, okay, bronze or copper. Pistons, well, I've got 1, I only need 3 more. Actually, I need probably slightly more than that, but so what have we got any significant amount of bronze? You need 4 of those, so 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. That should work, I think. If I put you through a gear press, yeah, you'll turn out a couple of bronze gears. That's fine. I don't think I've got any significant quantities of anything else, so on that note we'll go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that will make my that'll make 3 engines. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 4 engines. 1 2 3 iron, and we probably need, I think we're going to need a tank, so let's do another 4. We're going to need more than that. We're going to obviously have to do refining and all the other stuff, but then that will probably be powered a different way entirely. However, for now, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll, that's not going to work, is it? That's like that. We'll stick a tank on the top of the pump, and that should pump into the bottom, and then we'll use a probably another redstone engine to pump it out via Buildcraft pipes at a guess. We are going to need 3. 1, 2, 3. And a bunch. Give me. Can I do? Yeah, I can never. I'm never certain whether I can get away with using that stuff. Some real lights. Claystone. That'll do. I'm not a big fan of claystone for anything. 3 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. We can get away with those. Excellent. That's fine then. So we got you. We got you. We need the gears, and we need 3 pieces of glass. 1, 2, 3. I think. No, 4 pieces of glass. Idiot. I can turn you over to that, can't I? Yes. So now it's just the gears, and we're good to go, I think, on the pumps. Right, let's have a look. What's in? Gear press. I should stop spitting out copper gears. Yep. And there's some bronze gears, which again, it doesn't matter. They're all the same for this tier 1 metals, so it will do the job. 5 and 6. So, and then we've just got the 2 bronze gears, which again, I'm not really going to need bronze for anything significant now, so we can, let me get this right. Pistons. I forgot the wood. Thank you. Let me go and sort that out then. And we got some great wood. And it probably will work with great wood, I'm going to guess. So let's sort that lot out. And so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I not pick up 4 pieces of glass? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 4. It's got to be the wood. Okay. It's not a problem. There's a little bit of hickory there. We've got drop one of those off. We can mix and match actually. So that's 3 of the. Let's make sure it works. Glass. No, Piston Minecraft glass gears. It should be working again. All right. You know what? Again, we're going to go and get engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to ditch those and those and those and that and that and that. I owe it some wood, I believe, so let me just jump in here. That should be enough. I'm not even going to bother counting what that would have been. Annoying. That is annoying with a capital ing and some annoy as well. Okay, let's go and get 1, 2 of those and a couple of those, and yeah. Oh, and we'll leave that lot behind. So we should now be able to get this in place. Just let me head over and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so this is simple enough. 4 redstone engines pointing into there. As I say, I don't know whether these have been deliberately disabled. Oh, let's stick the tank on the top. So we should see that this has got nothing going on, and then these will slowly start to power that, and you can see the RF building. It's not very fast, it's certainly not very efficient, but these, as you can see, they're changing colour as well, so they'll get warmer. You can't actually see on later versions, but we're actually seeing oil already. We've got a bucket of oil in there already. It's pumping down, and as these, oh yeah, now they've warmed up a little bit, so you should see that the power is going up. I can't believe that they actually are disabled, because they've actually, just looking at this, there is a recipe that is using a copper gear. That is a Sturgeon's TFC add-on. Someone has gone to the trouble of adding that recipe. Similarly with this, with a blue steel bucket and all the bits, the recipe has been changed. I could understand if the recipe was still, you know, Buildcraft gears or something, and you couldn't make Buildcraft gears. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd. Oh, it's up to full power, okay. And these are heating up, and then they'll go and they'll pump a little bit more. And when these things, so these are more than adequate to run this. In fact, you'll probably get away with just 2 of them running it if things. And now they're actually flicking on between red and amber. Now I don't think these blow up in this version, fingers crossed. But we got oil, so the other thing we're going to need to do, I am actually going to, I think, take a couple of these out and just see how that works. That's almost full, and it doesn't actually, yeah, they're working fine up at temperature, aren't they? They're getting up there. So we got that. If we, what is that? Oh, it's a bass. If we jump down here, we should see, yep, the drill is already working. And what we can do is get down here. Can I get a good, that is, I think, a screenshot. But on the basis of that, we're now pumping oil. So the next thing we're going to have to do is take that oil out and process it into fuel. What I am thinking is there doesn't appear to be any I was trying to think what they were called, sidings, tank, you know, there's these tanks which will start, they will stack. They're a little bit, again, the steel and glass, which is not overly expensive, but and they're not very pretty tanks. However, I think we could probably get away with those. I might be able to do something over this side with a silo, and then we can do something over here to process it down into oil, fuel, even. But yeah, that's our oil pumping production done. So that's full. This is there. It can't pump anymore, so it's not going to pump anymore. It stopped at least. Not going to keep going and waste any oil. And that's a step in that direction. So let's leave that for now, and I think next episode we shall bring the oil over into a silo, and we'll probably stick a whole load of these in, which is going to require a reasonable amount of steel to do, because we get 2 per, and I think we're probably, and each one holds 16 buckets, so if we were to do like a 3x3, which would be 9, and then one at the bottom 10, then that would be 160 buckets of things, and it would take 10 crafts of this, which would obviously take 2, 4, 8, 80 steel. I think that's right in my head anyway. But yeah, that's working. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.